Are we ready? Let's settle down. We have Deputy Vice Chancellor for Wigwe University in our list, Professor Nelson Adido. He will be speaking with us briefly for a few minutes. I'll be inviting you to stand, please. Let's put our hands together as I welcome Deputy Vice Chancellor of Administration, Professor Nelson Adido, Wigwe University.
Thank you. Wow, what an exciting afternoon to be before of you. Can we all do me a favor? Can we all stand for a minute? Stand, everyone in the room, can we all stand? I believe I'm here in the midst of educators and owners of education institutions. Can we all stand for a minute, please, everyone? Excellent. Thank you. All right. I want everybody to count at this moment, because this is the transformation of our system that's about to happen to Nigeria. And I'm surprised that I still have any people coming in. So let's hope for some people to step in. All right. We can say thank you. Thank you for that honor. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. My name is Professor Nelson Uzoma. I'm in North. I am the Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration at Wigwe University. How many of us here have heard about Wigwe University? Raise your hand. Excellent. So let me tell you a little about our school. We are about to change the way education is done at the higher institution in Nigeria. And I say that for a good reason. We are here to ignite that potential for prosperity that is in Africa. And I'm sure some of you will understand that Africa is the next destination for education in the world. I don't know, how many of us were able to where we had a plan for educators in the South? How many of us here? We shared, and a lot of people shared, the idea of taking education from Africa, Nigeria, to the world. We are going to create education here that we're going to transform and send to the world. So our kids are going to become the best. So we are going to nurture thoughtful, fearless leaders. We're going to take our children to change, because that's the only way we can change it. I'm not going to change it. My time is far past, and some of us here. But our youth, the people coming behind us, are the ones that will change Africa. Because Africa is the education for the world, in education, in economy, and resources. We're going to transform these kids, make them leaders who are going to understand that the world is being fed by Africa. We are the destination for all that is the world. Think about the wealth, think about resources, the brain. All of us are living, going elsewhere. Why can't we keep it here? Why can't we keep our students here? Train them, make them better, make them stronger, make them fearless, make them take over their future. And we're going to do it fearlessly. And that's what Wigwe University is presenting to all of us. So I'm going to ask all of us to join us in this transformation of our country. Because the best university in Africa is here in Nigeria. And we'll make it happen. If you believe me, raise your hand. Wow, thank you. God bless all of you. This is a wonderful event. So, with me today is one of my great colleagues. Because we're going to do this, we are creating a world-class university. We are creating a university that's not a Nigerian university, it's not an African university, but a world-class university. So here today with me is Professor Harris Romanides, an engineer of world class, coming from MIT, if you know, coming from MIT to Nigeria. And we're going to have more of people like Professor Romanides join us here to help us change the way education is done in Nigeria. We have world-class curriculum that is going to change the way your students pursue education. We don't care where the skills are coming from. Once they get on our campus, they will be transformed. They will be different by the time they leave our campus. That's a promise. They're going to live in an environment that is equivalent to the best you can find in the world. That's a promise. They're going to have lectures, teaching that comes from the best of the best in the world. That's a promise. And I'm promising you today, just like my founder is, that we will take your children from where they are and put them where you yourself will be surprised. So I'm calling on all the educators, all the owners of high school institutions in Nigeria to join us in changing the way we are perceived around the world. Thank you so much, and I appreciate your audience. Thanks.
Thank you very much, guys. Okay, without wasting time, moving to the next session, that will be handled by Mr. Rotimi. Okay, he will be speaking to us on increasing school fees, strategic and realistic issues for consideration. Mr. Rotimi is a seasoned management consultant with core expertise in business development, process improvement, and management. He's popularly known as a rare content development strategist. He has a multi-sectoral footprint and impact within Africa and beyond. Please join me in welcoming him to this podium. Please put your hands together. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much. Can you hear me at the back? Hello, at the back, can you hear me? Can you wave? All right. Okay. So, yes, my name is Rotimi, and I've been given a very interesting topic. Am I correct? A very interesting topic. How many of you are excited about this topic? I don't know why sometimes I get to be selected to handle certain kind of conversation. So it feels like a setup. But God is able, right? So what I'm going to just do is just get us to a place where I think we will be able to get the kind of advantage and positioning to deliver on what our expectations are. Now, for a session like this, I'd like to warn you. I'm not the conventional kind of person, so I might take you on a journey that you don't expect. But it's very important for us to understand some few things as we start. Are we together first and foremost? Are we together?
Yes.
So I have this audience. I said, are we together?
Yes.
The energy is very low. Are we together?
Yes.
We can do better than that. Are we together?
Yes.
I'm trying to talk about something that will make you make money. Are we together?
Yes.
Yeah. Together. All right. Say this after me. School is a business. Say it one more time. School is a business. If you didn't feel comfortable saying that, raise your hand. Whatever type of school that you run, please understand it's first and foremost a business. Regardless of the name, don't be deceived by so Montessori high school or whatever kind of school. The truth of the matter is we are all here to talk about business conversations. And if you're charging fees or you have levies or you have tuition, whatever name you call it, it means that it's a subset of something that you're providing, right? So I'm going to take you on a journey that takes you to the point where you probably might be at the point of saying, I need to increase fees. And if you think about it, Nigerian schools, in Nigerian economy, experiencing Nigerian situation, it won't be a strange consideration. Do you agree? Do you agree? That increasing fees is not a strange subject matter. Because the economics of running a school might need you and I to go back to our books to consider if we are really doing things accordingly. So we're going to be looking at strategies, we're going to be looking at realistic issues for consideration. So what it simply means is this. If you are here, it means that you are already on the verge or in agreement with increasing your fees. Are we together? It's not that should we, what I'm going to talk mostly about is centered on the fact that fees will be increased. Are we together? Yes. I need a guy.
Yes, sir.
You don't be rich, so I want the more to flow. Alright. So I'm going to help you understand why certain things happen with certain brands. Some few weeks and months ago, LinkedIn became something that went on fire. In fact, I think it was across social media. And I saw on Facebook that people began to say, how can a school charge 42 million? Are you aware?
Yes.
You're not answering now.
Yes.
What does school charge 42 million? Raise your hand. None of you is able to believe in yourself. Right? I want to tell you this. Charging fees has never been the problem for any business. In particular, education. The real thing that can cause any brand, any business, most in particular any school, to increase fees means that we have to understand what we call the rudiments of increase. Everybody say rudiments of increase.
Rudiments of increase.
Rudiments are simply foundational things, principles that must be known, mastered, and in place for any increase to happen. If you've ever paid for something higher than it used to be, if you look at the rudiments on the screen, you will find that something happened out of that equation. How many of you have paid for something that probably was X higher and now it's higher than what you used to be? How many of you? Every one of us. I don't be asking now. Every one of us. You bought petrol at one price before, but now it's higher. How many of you? Everybody. Why did you pay? Because it's necessary. Are you serious? Because it's necessary?
Yeah.
Because you need it. Well, that's the grammar we told ourselves. But let's go into the mind of the one who increased the fee. For you as a school director, finance director, head of account, bursar, for you as an admission officer, for you as a school owner, whatever position you represent, here is why you can, you should, and probably you must increase your fees. If these are not the reasons, please stop. Number one, somebody say vacuum. I can't hear you. As a school enterprise or institution, one of the reasons that you must be confident to say that there is a justification for increase in fees is what we call vacuum. The school business has its threshold of vacuum. And that's why even school is categorized, isn't it? The school industry is categorized. You have the K-12, you have kindergarten, you have the primary school, you have the secondary school, right? You have the A-levels, college, and the likes, isn't it? Every school is in place to address a vacuum. Are we together? I said, are we together?
Yes.
Can you hear me at the back? Everybody say vacuum.
Vacuum.
Vacuum is also known as gap. And if you are not aware or you don't have intel about the vacuum that your school is filling, then it will be blind to say you are increasing, because increase is not just additional dollar. Increase should be commensurate you are standing to fulfill. Are we together? So before the mathematics of the figure, there is an intelligence that must be in place. And that's why you should not look at a particular school and say what I'm doing is benchmarking. Because school A can be charging 1 million. And then you say, well, let's not be too greedy, right? Let's do 850. So that when they say, my school is expensive, I say, look at school A. We are 150 cheaper. Remember that your figures are close, so related as if they are cousins. Doesn't mean that you are feeling safer. Are we together? Yes. The reality is that your customer knows it, but you, the service provider, you are not aware. Are we together? Yes. I said, are we together? Yes. I want to make this thing very relatable. This is not motivational speaking, neither is it training. It's just basically breaking this thing down to principle. If you've ever stayed in an hotel before, an average person that stays in an hotel will know that beyond the rate card at the reception on the website, sometimes when you get to the hotel, you might ask to see the room. Am I correct? Why? Because if you're like me, that has traveled far and wide and has witnessed several hotels, the color of the building is not the same as the quality of the room. Am I correct? That they have fine website does not mean that you will not have nightmare at night. I once was in an hotel while I was settling in. Someone opened the room and said, oh, sorry. I stayed there yesterday. I said, what? His key can open my room. You don't understand? You don't get it. You don't understand. Imagine yourself. You are having a Zoom session. You are coaching people. This is around 9 p.m. Someone just opens the door. He didn't open it and close it back quickly. He opened it, he was entering. And he's like, oh, sorry, I stayed there yesterday. Whether I stayed there last week. After you know what I did? I paused my video, carried the table, pushed it to the door. And I stepped like this. Just in case.
He's coming.
You know, I want to go back home in peace, right? But what am I trying to say? We all know that the price really is not the bottleneck or the issue that we are really facing. We must understand, as service providers, we should be able to understand vacuum. So if you're feeling vacuum and you understand what it takes, some of you might not be doing this before now. But because you are about to increase fees, that might be one of your best strategies to say and communicate in a very, very compelling manner that here we are. It used to be this school. But now, as a result of what we're about to step into, we now can say, here is what it costs. Now, the second thing I want you to write down is this. That school is a business, there's a comma out. You must understand that quality costs. Everybody say quality. I can't hear you. Say quality. Say it with a smile. Quality. Cost. Say it again. Quality. Cost. I don't know if you have told business class before. If your name is not sitting, don't raise your hand. So what that's like. If you know, you know. Stop knocking. If you flown business class, raise your hand. I'm not saying aero contractor business class. I mean, business class that took you 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours flight, not 55 minutes flight. There's a tendency that if it's a 55 minutes flight, the business class of the business seat, not the business class experience. Are we together? Okay, you've seen the business class seat, raise your hand. You've not flown it, but you've seen the seat. Is it like you don't want to answer? Okay, if you imagine the business class seat, you want to increase speed. You have not seen business class. Please, first assignment today, go on YouTube. Go and watch something. I'm sure there should be a business value, right? Because listen, you have no right to create a child of an experience you can't feature yourself in. You have no right. Is it clear? Let me explain. You have no right charging when you yourself, your mind and physical body will not go there. Quality, cost. You yourself must have envisioned or experienced quality. Are you getting what I'm saying? Sometimes you see some of us know that it's the right thing to do for the business, but we can't negotiate as differently. Why? Because we lack quality in our own experience. Are you listening to me? I said, are you listening to me? If you had an hotel, like a 5-star hotel, and you had staff, and your staff, they only clean the room, but they don't sleep in the room before. You know what will happen? The customer will say, how can you charge 70,000 for one night? Because they've not experienced it, you know what they say? They say that's their mouth. Now, they are telling the truth, but they are not selling the business. Are you following me? I said, are you following me? So some of you, because as a consultant, I'm speaking both diagnostic and speaking strategy and I'm speaking execution. So pick what applies to you. If a parent comes to your school and says, here is my request, how much do you charge? Some of you have come to realize that the problem we have is the amount we charge. It's not all the time. Sometimes it's the fact that the communication about what you charge, right, is the marketing the school, and people are saying, I can't choose your school. You are thinking it's because of the price, but the selling experience is part of it. Are you listening to me?
Yes.
Let me take you down memory lane. One of the things that fascinated me while growing up was the thing called air conditioner. Everybody air conditioner. Some of you call it AC, right? And I noticed that the room I used to sleep in didn't have AC. The sitting room had AC. My parents' room had AC. If I snuck into their room to sleep, they'll chase me out. If I say I want to sleep in the sitting room, they say, no, you don't sleep in the sitting room, you go to your room. You know what I vowed? So when I grow up, and I have my money, I will buy AC. That's the first thing that I must buy. And guess what? I have a small room when I grew up and I had money to buy AC. I bought the highest bedroom and capacity for a small room. If you sleep in my room, you will turn to prostitute. I did my, because I have to put before it up final. Are you getting me? And so this thing is a forward thing, it's also an end-to-end thing. Now while we decide the dynamics and the demand of charging, the people that charge should also know the part. They should know the part so they can deliver. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I said, do you understand? It's a question, do you understand? Good. So vacuum, very quickly because of time. Rudiments of increase is vision. There are certain brands that you will ask, what is going on in their mind? How dare you in this Nigeria? Or today, you are not just increasing fees. You are charging, let's go back to our first thing I said, 42 billion. Please understand. In the principle of increase, this rudiment says that vision sometimes is the sponsor of increase. So you look at it in the first place, why do you think people will increase their fees? Because of vision. So when they are selling, they are not selling the figure. What are they selling? The vision. They are not selling the features. They're selling the promised benefits. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So when we sell our schools, the reason we've not been too attractive is not the bottom line figure. It's probably that we've not considered the vision. We see more of the figure than the vision of the school. Right? By the way, vision is one of the core criteria of selecting the school that you set yourself for. Is that not so?
Yes.
Is that not so?
Yes.
The color of your uniform. You wear tie, you wear suit, I wear hat, you wear polo. all those things is not the core. Are we together? They are called add-ons. Are we together? I hope I'm communicating. Okay. The next thing is valuation. My friend will say, and she's here, when I say she knows I'm talking about her. You know that you need to do your calculation properly. Even the current things you are charging. Why are you charging that please? Have you done a valuation? Have you looked at your books? Have you done the math? What is the cost of enrollment of a child? Don't just say, this is what is nice for a school like ours to charge. That's what we should start from. You know that every child comes at a cost. Do you know? If I was to ask you, do you know the cost per child? How many of you know? Don't raise your hand. Just, you know, if you know, you know. You get that kind of thing. Do you know? You know. You don't know? I still see that you know. Every child comes at a cost. Do you know? Do you know? As I'm saying, do you know? Not that you really know. Just say yes. So that they are recording the next sentence. Do you know?
Yes!
Every child comes at a cost. So if you have 300 children, ideally you should add up, isn't it? So we can tell. Some of them say, I did an enrollment strategy, blah, 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 blah. I did a growth strategy, blah, 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 blah. I want, what I want to do in my school? I said, calm down. Have you done your course? Some of you, do you think you need 300 children extra? Every child is a cost. And you must know it. It's your valuation that will say that we are not running business, we are running charity. Are you getting me? It's when you think of the value, the vision, the valuation, then you begin to think about what? It's time to what? Increase. And it's on this line to justify your increase. It's not arbitrary. It's not that you know that the nation is hard. The nation can be hard and you don't have any right to increase. Because it's your nation that is hard. Are you getting it? It's another brand, their nation is not hard. They are living soft life. So, the next thing is venture. Everybody say venture.
Venture.
Now, I use the V so that it's something you can easily remember. But the truth about it is some of you might look at your brand and do some homework, work with some consultants, and find out that you need to go on an adventure. The biggest challenge I've met sometimes with educators is that a lot of us are not ready to go on an adventure. If you're going to save your brand, you must be ready to take risks. So I was invited for a conference some years ago out of the country, and then we did a visit before my session. And when we did a visit to one of the best schools in that area. To visit that school will cost you £2,000 just to visit a person. And we discovered certain things that they did that made them stood out. But by kind of person, I looked beyond the surface. So I decided to ask one more question. The school is about 100 years old and it is vibrant and living. Tell me the history of this school. But then I discovered that school first was a mixed school. After many years, it pivoted into a single school. After another set of years, they changed from a single school with all males, all girls. After a season, they came back to mixed school. The same name, the same brand, well, not the same brand, an evolved brand. Are you following me? They are venture. The adventure. Listen, they are venture. That's the enterprise. The adventure. The addition to that enterprise, the risk they could take to evolve, is what can guarantee the justification of an increase. We are no longer we used to be. We bear the same name, but we are in a new journey. That journey comes at a cost. Are you getting it? That kind of the school, the last school fees, the last growth fees. Did you hear me? Did you hear me?
Yes.
They will have what?
Fees and growth fees.
They say I'm dropping some things for some of you that say if you have ears, you say if you have eyes, you don't have eyes, what do you do your phone there? Are we together? Then of course, increase as a particular law that we must meet. Value always precedes increase. The value that you're going to bring, and it must not be value according to the school provider. It's value according to the market. I repeat. You know, you've heard this statement before. You say beauty is the eye of it. Yeah. In this situation, value is according to what? The market. You know, sometimes you do a lot of things in school. I say, this is how I think it's supposed to be. You are forgetting it's a business. It's never about you. Probably the reason some of us struggle is that we built a strong brand that are causing people to try to like. That's how brands are built. And so when you charge, your charging is even repelling you. They say, on top of the fact that we're trying to struggle to manage it, you now have the audacity to say, you know what, take this thing together, I don't care. Your brand must be market-centered or market-centric, not your personal satisfaction. You know, if you want to be your personal satisfaction, then probably you should be the one that rules. Are we together? That's why they call this thing called alignment. The schools that people run after, regardless of their location or fees, check it very well. They design a brand that attracts, not a brand that sits after. And so you can see in the education process. Are we together? I said, are we together?
Yes.
Now let's quickly drop another strategy because I'm talking about strategy consideration. Can I?
Yes.
Can I?
Yes.
I said, can I?
Yes.
I'm going to ask you a question. When you talk about your fees conversation, what medium do you use? If your enrollment officer is always on the phone, you're talking to people, you're always on the phone, guess what will happen? Who knows what will happen? Your negotiation will increase. Your conversion will reduce. You get it? You get it? I repeat. You must be a flexible brand, a responsive brand, but the conditioning of your response determines whether you are always negotiating or you are conditioning your customer. What I mean is this. If you are always calling, hello sir, good morning. This is TOSSE School Republic. We're calling to tell you, you not pick your piece. You know how the nation is hard. It was sad now. You know that we give you 2 weeks late. You should have actually paid before resumption. But this is 2 weeks after, so very quick in the meantime. And then you're always calling. Listen, you know what you've done? You've conditioned your market to negotiate. Your fees have become a commodity. But if, for example, you sent a message, good day, sir, email. This is TOSSE School Report. We're sending a message to remind you of the payment. Now the parent now calls you and says, I got your message. This is it. I don't like, oh, thank you, sir. We will revert. We will sort it out. When you receive, you can receive call. But by the time you are sending message again and you are sending email, listen carefully. It's a strategy. It's not everybody that's doing it. But you know what you've done? You've leveled up a precedence that conditions behavior and conversation. It is not easy to talk anyhow at negotiation on a mail. Because mail is supertonic. There's a tone when you say tonality on a mail. Are you listening to me? Yes. When you apply for visa, why is it that you don't say this visa cost is too expensive? Because they don't do FaceTime. You don't want to travel, don't bother. You want to travel, pay the money. This is the account. This is step follows. Tell us the reminder. You are the one that says, sir, I'll pay. Yes or no? Yes. Yes or no? Yes. Rule of business engagement. Never miss your conditioning. Miss your conditioning to play with your results. I said, are we together? Yes. I said, are we together? Yes. Is it making sense? Are you learning something? Yes. question I'm asking nobody, is it making sense?
Yes.
Are we learning something?
Yes.
The idea behind this is to provoke your emotions to see when are the gaps. Because this is talking about increase of fees. You will increase it. So I say, let's look at the consideration. And while we look at the considerations, can we start looking at pricing adoption strategies? Are you listening to me? I said, are you listening to me?
Yes.
So you need to start seeing, is it possible, if my kind of customers need customer education, customer conditioning, to be able to filter engagement, that refusal will reduce. Are you following? I said, are you following? Don't say because you have public speaking skill. Or you go meet body. So I should break it down. How breaking it down should I break it down? I need to give you my number and then pay for it. So breaking down is a customized service. You get it? You don't get it? Okay, this is a speaking session, it's not a training session, it's not a consulting session. Are we together? So try to pick up your antenna. Are we together? What I'm trying to say is this. Market conditioning is not something you play with as a school. There's a reason for it. Some of you think, oh, because this teacher can speak English, can speak phoneme, can speak grammar. Where's his eyes right? His foot is on his square shoulder. Send it to the parents, though. You forgot that their customers have prototypes. And it takes psychology and physiology to win them over. Are we together? So when you get to look at your customers, they are seeing what you're not seeing. Unfortunately, you are acting as if you know, but you don't know. You don't even know that you don't know. Big problem. So I'll say, You see, there are times that you must look at in the lifetime of your brand. What's our proof or justification? Let me play around what you normally do. You have a signage and you have the name of the school. Under that signage, you have the association you belong to, yes or yes?
Yes.
Yes or yes?
Yes.
If you don't have association, you at least have results that you pass. Yes, please. Not that you just started your school. So, if you have not had results, you don't have association, what do you now do? So you now use some $3 something, you got the trust. Yeah, you don't go. Don't my students are not good. I said, okay, curriculum, it's a hybrid curriculum, multifaceted curriculum, international high school. All those things we know, you and I know. And you know why you put it in manipulation. Yes, manipulation. And does it really work? It only works for you. Yeah, because for every time you miss that step, a contrast with a new choice. You know that? If I take my form and identity to look like a great school, I make it easier for a parent to know a great school because I'm not great. So don't even walk towards it. It's not my problem. It's in my. If you guys hear me, or you want me to come, you think they are making more. Someone is telling you that they need the anointing. Come on! Ladies and gentlemen, presenting. Look, I just stay here. You have to increase my fee if I want to be there. It's okay like this. You can hear me. You can hear me. Okay, maybe I'll speak louder. What's happening? I've been trying to make this point. Alright, because of time, I hope it's making sense. So what are the considerations you as a brand? You understand when I say brand, I mean school. And when I say business, I still mean school. So don't say you guys get this class. It's in a business class. We're in a business class, right? Because I will not give you certificate for this class. Right? Considerations. Number one, everybody say brand identity.
Brand identity.
Everybody say brand identity.
Brand identity.
Every brand has an identity. Whether you are aware of it or not. And so we need to ask ourselves, in the eye of the beholder, am I beautiful? He said beauty is in the eye of the beholder, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? Now, I have some very amazing friends here, so don't be jealous when I call their names for what they do. So I have Titi here. Someone say hello, Titi. I have MC here. Someone say hello, MC. If you want me to speak better, let me give myself the brother, somebody say hello, brother. And I have my mentor here. Our Excellency, everybody say hello. Now listen carefully, There's something we don't do in education, and we miss out a lot in this. And it's connected to the price of value of the brand. Your brand identity. How compelling is it? Some schools, listen, you don't even know how people perceive you, and you are not leveraging on it. But I'm going to be careful not to say some brands so that people will not think that you know. But let me use what Rhoda told me yesterday. Rhoda has an amazing product, and I think you should be transparent before the end of this session. I mean, not this session now. I mean, if we give my class. I mean, do you understand? It's not good. So this is Rhoda. Rhoda, can you stand up? Let's see your talk. Sorry, I'll put your spot. Stand up, no. That. Now, everybody put your hands together for amazing and educator. I call her Dr. Rhoda. Now, she has a brand. She is a brand of herself. And she has a brand. Listen carefully. When she developed whatever it was, I will tell you the descriptive and I'll point out the identity of the brand. It's around social, emotional learning. Some of you call it a brand. She chose something that was indigenous. Why? Because it had to make sense. Sense itself is a form of appeal. Do you understand? Yeah. So now somebody bought one of the products yesterday because the person bears the same name. If I ask Rhoda, I'm sure that one of the people that would have bought from you yesterday, if I told you that, did you know it was someone that would say because of the name? Okay. That felt like you were rebuking me. Now, if I ask Rhoda, do you know that if I told her before yesterday that there will be someone that will come to your stand and you will buy that product because it's a namesake product, would Rhoda say yes? Rhoda, be honest. But Rhoda spent time in the font, spent time on the color, spent time on the cardboard, roll-up banner, blah, 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 blah. She spent so much money on that which was not necessarily bad, but she discovered one of the attractive points of the brand identity is the fact that somebody just saw out of the colors a name. And the name is what? And the person just said, I'm buying not because of your color, not because of, see, you know roll-up banner is now 42,000 naira. I don't know whether if Rhoda thought of it, you know, I trust Rhoda. Rhoda is a calculating person. She will not waste roll-up banner killing. She will just say, everybody, Undu is at the corner. And the next thing, people will do what? Buy. Do you see why people buy? Some of you, is the cap you put on your children. That's why people are not buying. If you understand. A round of applause for it. Everyone say brand identity. In this season, if you increase your school fees, you must fix your brand identity before you go to the market to say price has changed. They do it in businesses. Yours is also a business. Are you getting it? I said, are you getting it? You can use a name to consolidate a brand. You can use promise to consolidate a brand. Most of you are not making loud promises. You're just giving us premises. Huh? How many of you can make a promise with your brand? Is that same promise, listen, that same promise, listen, that can make you say, I'm charging this express amount. You know why? There's a philosophy I'll share with you very quickly. People pay for their desires than their needs. Schools market the needs than the desire. Did you get that? Why do people pay more? For their desires not their needs. What are the things you'll be marketing? The people's needs. And you want to collect more money. Am I helping somebody? Some of you go back to your school. You know the first thing you should do? Just kick your admission table. Because you've not been admitted. You've been repelling. It's a repelling table. Are you listening to me? Let me tell you a school that I consulted for. Because the school owner is a faith-based person, she prays for the students start of term, close of term. That's the one factor. Listen, one factor. When they tell the prayer, Mama is going to pray for your kids. Listen, the parents, that is all for them. Are you listening to me? Not laboratory, not AC, not we use solar system now, we don't just use inverter, blah. Mama is going to pray, and Mama too will come, and it's 5 minutes prayer. It's not even more, sometimes it's not up to 5 minutes. But listen to me, you don't understand. People pay for their desires than their needs. If you understand, you will sit down in your corner before you change your invoice. How many of you are speaking to the desires of the parents? And then when you speak to the desire at the attraction, the retention is when you deliver on their needs. Do you understand? If you understand, see, this is what you need to consider. It might not sound like what you were expecting, but sorry to cost you more, but this is how it goes. Then you need to look at the size of the market. They said that there are 18,900 private schools in Lagos. Now, don't be fooled. Lagos has a population of 22 to 24 million. Are we together? Everybody say market size.
Market size.
Everybody say market size.
Market size.
Say it loud and clear.
Market size.
That thing called market size, you must be aware. What size of the market belongs to our school? Your type of school. Listen, let me paint it well. Let me paint it well. Your type of school. Imagine that you have, listen, 2 million children as sample size in the market. Currently, look at the number of students in your school. That means that's the share of the market your school has. So if your school has 300 students, are you listening? Are you listening?
Yes.
The entire school market, you have 300 students. It means that out of 2 million students, you have a share of the market. And 300 is your share. Do the percentage. I don't need to. But now, that you call that 300 doesn't mean, listen, for your type of school, there's also a market size. In the market size. Have you had pizza before? You know there's a whole box of pizza. It looks like a circle. It has some sections, isn't it? You get me? So when you take the first slice, that's your market size. Your market size is an interpretation of your market share. Do you understand? You only get your market share based on the mind share. How much of the mind of the 2 million do you have? That will interpret the kind. Are you following me? So for some of you, your students cannot be more than 1,000, no matter the anointing you put on it. So if you are 300 now, you only have a market size of what? 700 left. So make your investment wise. Except your brand evolves. Do you get it? So even though there are 2 million students, for your type of school, are there in this school? For example, in this place, how many of your children do you send to Abe in this school here? They don't have you as customers. If they fast and pray, except God punish your wealth to get to their level, something bad has to happen before you become their customer. Yes or no? Talk to me now.
Yes.
Am I correct? Don't post this to your social media. Are we together? What it simply means is that in the entire market size, you also have a portion that is your type. In the portion of your type, you now will say, what size of that my type do I have? So if it is a shrinking market, don't price your way out of that market. Because you might do something that might be very terrible for your brand. They said in that TOSSE seminar, we should increase our fees. And when we increase our fees, we ended up having a reality. Somebody say reality. Yes. We became too expensive to the poor and too cheap to the rich. Voila. When you are too cheap to the rich, they won't touch you. When you are too expensive to the poor, they won't touch you. Then you must have said, "No, where are you? I'm not here. I'm back here." Do you get my point? So understand market size. Number 3, you need to understand your offer of value. We all offer education, yes or yes? Yeah. But we don't offer the same value. Yeah. You need to get to your drawing board. Offer of value. And this is where, please, there are many people around there. Find them out. They can add to your offer of value. The kind of people you join to collaborate with, to partner with, the kind of signature event they have. Are you listening to me? It also adds what you call offer of value. How many of you remember something happened recently with Airpeace? Airpeace now flies, right? What was their offer of value in the in-flight service? They serve local meal. If you've ever traveled frequently on different airlines, it's best that you go to KFC or Chicken Republic before you fly, or smuggled fried chicken in your bag, so that when they are serving those things they used to serve inside the plane, just save yourself the stress or sleep. Because the thing they used to eat, I used to just swallow it. I don't chew it. You know, you have to do. I'm alright, you sure? I'm alright. Rubbish. There are sometimes I look at it and say, don't bother. It's only orange juice. I've been drinking the other day. I can count, I'm sure I took 4 liters of orange juice. When there was nothing to eat, and I have my money, I said, I will make sure you will feel the presence of Rotimi. Can I have a fun? You bring again. I have a glass of this. One time, they just do maybe the carton. It felt like a flag. They don't do it inside plane. They don't put it inside our disposable. I don't know what I'll call you again. Just bring it. Bring it. 1 liter, yeah. I just, the people around me. I said, can I have ice? They said, what do you want to do? You see your picture, they put the ice. I now thought, you know the Tetra Pak. When you check on the side, open his face. Put the ice inside. Shake it a bit. Is this not my money? It's your money, guys. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? But you need to understand your what? Offer of value. It means that this is what we are. We agree you are in school. This is where we are. We agree with your location. But this is what we offer. Behind every offer is a promise. Are we together? So don't just say robotics. Robotics is not necessarily a clear offer. STEM, we do STEAM, we do STORM. It's not a clear offer. Christian school, even if you are not Christian school and you are TN school, it's not a clear offer. Are you listening to me? Oh, we are Muslim school. It is not a clear offer. It's just your brand identity. Are you listening to me? Guys, are you listening? Yes. Your offer is what will open the red carpet to say the bill is coming. Not your identity as to we are blue, we are black. Are you getting it? I said, are you getting it? Yes. Look at this school, for example. Permit me to say this. It's not the best of illustration, but look at the school that you said that is charging 42 million. A lot of you, they have your mind here. You are seeing the progress of the work. You know the level they built the school to. You are watching the videos. So, you know that you are part of what is validating their fees. Yes. Nobody has seen them teach. Nobody has heard them teach. They just talk about their building. Because that's all they've got. No, that's not all they've got. It's their story they've got. Currently, the stories that we are building. When the building is done, they will change the story. Why can't you copy it? You can never go wrong with your story. It's your story that tells you my offer of value. Are you listening to me? I said, are you listening to me? Yeah. So when they invite Rotimi to speak and train at events, it's not that you can't say what I'm saying. Or probably you can say it better than saying it. But you see, Rotimi comes with an experience that is of our value. That in that audience, something will quake. In that audience, something will shift beyond what you know. So I am not someone to disseminate knowledge or transfer knowledge alone. I come with an experience, and that alone. There's none before me, there's none after me. I'm one only as a single. You missed the place to clap. You understand? Some of you are still seeing movies. Let me move quick. Then what you call positioning and what? Optimization. There are 3 types of positioning every school should look at. There's positioning in service delivery. There's positioning in association and affiliation. Are you listening to me? There's also positioning in terms of direction, right? So you see sometimes, you see some schools, you see that it's like these people, something is changing. A lot of people are now beginning to think about it. JAM has told us consecutively, especially this year, that not all students should go to university. But most of you are mixing it. You are saying it's 7% failure. No. You need to look beyond the surface. JAM is saying schools stop sending students to university. And you are not saying okay. You are saying no, let's just send them. You've been doing the same thing over and over again for the past few years. You are not hearing it. I was with this, okay, let me say it. For you guys, I'll say this. I was with someone yesterday. We had a strategy session last night. And I asked the person, what if all students succeed? If tomorrow or next year, 2025 JAM, news break or new whatever, 100% pass, 400 over 400, 2 million people sat for JAM and the Oscar for the what will happen?
JAM question.
You know, most of you, so it shows that you are not even preparing for a market. That's where optimization comes in. And somebody will sit down and say, what if everybody succeeds? You never prepare for that. Abi? So if you didn't prepare for it, you're not planning for it. You're not positioned for it. Now, what if everybody fails? It has happened, everybody fails. Did you prepare for it? No. Did you plan for it? No. Have you positioned for it? No. So there is over 600,000 students who will just be waiting for the next 7 months. And you have access to those students who can pay a short fraction of your school fees to extend your school economy. But you think school fees is only to the people who are already in your system. You are not optimizing. You get? Oh, that's why I'm thankful that some people, all this I'm saying, some of these next week, you will remember, you said so. Are we together? You are not together? Okay, no problem. So what should you do? Number 1, optimize your processes. To optimize your process means look at the process at which we run, look at the process at which we market our brand, improve it. Optimize your processes. Number 2, optimize perception. Everyone here has their phone. They are taking picture of road space. I make sure you take the right side. I mean all the sides, you know. Now that you are taking my picture, what will you do with it? You post your line and what? TOSSE 2024. Great experience. You are not featuring in the movie. I'm the actor. You are not the co-actor. But you use your production company. I don't know whether you understand my point. Optimize what? Perception. Someone will post that picture and then wait for me to finish to drop the mic and say, sir, can I have a picture with you? And then take the picture. I say, what's your handle? And then get my handle and I'll say, just concluded an optimization session with one of the greatest voices in African education system. Rotimi look at my mind and register the reason that our school is in the direction. Are you listening to me? It's in the direction where we will be able to deliver quality at its best. Right? We are ready for the new move. Thank you, sir, for firing us up. Indirectly, you have almost told me to your person but you did not pay. But some of you don't take pictures. You not post. They'll be seeing me. You know you're improving my market. I don't like the permanent side. Giving you behind. Are you getting me? Perception. Some of the people in class, well-traveled, they have organization. Optimize perception, meaning improve how people see you. My first invitation, worldwide invitation, international speaking, was to Spain. What was the message they sent to me? We stumbled on you. Did you hear that? And we've been following your story. And we would like to invite you to Spain to speak about your story. Guess what? If I did not post, you didn't see me. If there were not things to be able to follow, would they be able to follow me? Now, some of you, rain has fallen now. All of you are easy. See how rain has fallen today. Rain is falling today. You can turn it to optimize what? People's perception of you, of your brand, of your school. Some of you will say, we noticed in the news today from TVC and so correspondent that Lagos State is suffering from drainage issues. It's the same thing as rain is falling. And our school is committed to adopt this as our STEM project for 2024-2025. And we will be working with Nigeria Kids and Voluntary Advisory towards making this not just a project, but an enterprise. And to this end, we will be attending the STEM Fest happening in Lagos, July 20, 2024, at the landmark, connecting things that did not matter before. Now we're starting on individual points to your leverage. Optimize perception. Somebody say perception. If you want to change the reality of your brand, you have to change your perception. Stop there. You have to change people's perception. Now let me say something, and I'm proud I'm going to say it, but it's not a nice thing. I was meant to speak at a particular school today, far away in a part of Lagos State. And I said yes because of the commitment to the person in that school. But I was worried, how will I get back to TOSSE in good time? Because it's far away. And they assured me, but I had not confirmed. It now became an issue. They now called me. I'm saying this not to rubbish any brand, I'm saying this because of this point. And when they talked to me, I said, okay, I'll be there. I'll risk it for you guys. Then I saw a message that they were asking, is it really worth it to have Mr. Itayo speak at our school? Yeah. That thing troubled me yesterday. I just called them, but I said sorry. I don't feel comfortable taking the risk. Don't say this invitation came before your school. I have somebody that can stand before me, and he will do justice. And it's closer to your side. He is not having any appointment afterwards. I'm not sharing money, don't worry. I said I am not sure that I want to take a risk. That someone will not be saying, where are you? I said, I'm almost there. And it can rain. These are the things I said yesterday. Did it rain today? When the person I sent to the school got there, as at 9:30 they have not started. It will take me 2 hours to come from that school to TOSSE. I just thank God that I took that step. But what am I saying? The perception the school owner had of me. In that message, when the person that was my contact person said, no, I just confused them that no, they were like, what's the big deal? Is it even worth it? They were asking me, how would I get there? I said, I would either drive or take a car. They said, oh, the provision is that they'll get a cab to bring me to TOSSE so I don't miss TOSSE because of my knowledge of the road. So I said, if you bring me to TOSSE with a cab, it means you pick me from my house with a cab. They said, that's not the plan. I said, no problem. I won't sell myself short. You have a perception problem, you do not find it worthy to have in your brand. So whatever you thought I missed, I want to miss it. Because in life, there are things you should miss. That kind of brand, I'd rather miss it. Perception. Do you understand? If you don't take time, people will look at you and they say, is it not just to speak 20 minutes? Is it not just to speak 20? Go and speak now. There is 20 minutes. The next thing is to optimize what? Performance. Are we together? Yes, sir. Performance optimization is a must for every brand here. And one of the proof that you'll be thankful that you are TOSSE 2024 is when we can look at your brand and the performance is speaking. Listen, how does performance affect the school? This is how it affects the school. Let's connect the dots backwards. Can we? It's a question. Can we? Yes. Your performance actually is your reputation. Yes or no? Your reputation is as a result of the culture of performance in the school. Are we together? As a result of the result you've been having, that result came as a result of the habits. The habits you formed were as a result of the actions you committed. The actions emanated from the things you value. The value started from a sponsored thought. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
So from thoughts to things, from things to value, from value to action, from action to culture, from culture to result, from result to reputation. If you have a bad reputation of a school, connect the dot backwards. If you want to have a great reputation for your school, connect the dot backwards. Are you listening to what I'm trying to say? Let me make a very practical example. How many of you know this song? Listen. Oh, 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 oh. Again. Oh, 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 oh. Is it a song? It's an advert. I've seen them play that advert at a wedding as a song. No, it's not that hard. It is so compelling that people forget that that's an advert. Oh, let me continue. Optimize what? Provision. So, strategies. I know they'll pick it up. Buy the table, what they call that. Get the CD or whatever. Strategies. Number one. I hear people say differentiation. One of the first people that I used to hear differentiation from 2016, 2017 is Mama Rhoda. Differentiation is not just for classroom, it's for invoice, it's for fees. Are you listening to me? Everybody say differentiation.
Differentiation.
It's not just for special needs, it's not just for inclusion, it's for fees as well. So one of the things I want to encourage you to do is begin to embrace in an innovative way differentiation. Number two, break your value proposition down. Do you understand? So you need to look at the multiplicity model of each structure. So beyond breaking your fees down, you must look at it from the angle of this is my tuition, or you call it this is our school fee, this is our growth fee, this is our this is our dash. Because people need to understand what they are buying into your presenting, ladies and gentlemen, the prototype that we can leverage on categorization of your fees. How many of you are in band A in your house now? Me and Miss Bandi, I spend at least 20,000 naira a week on the power and on chemicals. It's all just chemicals. So what it simply means is this. You know, it's better to use relatable terms. Your school fees should also have band A, band B, and band C. Band A is your premium service. Just like a first class in the same place going to the same destination. Okay. Thank you for that. Yes, no problem. I like to make time go. Okay. Stop. Don't do this wherever around. You know that. Give me short and simple. Band A, then band B. Meaning that band A can be your premium service. Everybody say premium service. Band B can be your enhanced service. Everybody say enhanced service. And then band C can be your basic. I don't know what to do. But you know where you have economy, you have business class, you have first class. Are they all getting to the same destination? Yes. Are they having the same experience? No. You can't be having the same experience. Some of you will get into business class. As you are sitting down, they're bringing juice or champagne. Some of us, they are saying, this is my seat. It's not my seat. Let me sit at you. There's nothing like that in business class. Are we together? Someone say it's snoring like a bee. This one, actually, you're happy. So, are we together? Everybody say categorization. That's the future of school fees increase. You might need to consider how it will work for your brand. Right? So how does it work? Band A, can you see it? You can see it. So I have like a pictorial of elements you can now tell your parents. So with the public speaking skill, the eloquence of your team, they have substance to convince people of. So there's school that does A, B, C, D, E. What would you like to be and select? What is your preference of offer? We have Bank A. It's a premium level service. We have advanced curriculum there, comprehensive extracurricular program for those who select that. We have a state-of-art learning resource. We have very small classes. Some of you think that you don't have good ICT lab. You know why? You're trying to cater for everybody. Maybe the ICT lab might not be for professionals. So instead of buying 50 laptops, you're already okay. Don't buy laptop again. That 10 is for the first class. The other has been your laptop. If you don't have, well, learn in the spirit. So, very small classes, personalized tutoring, also ideas, different things. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? Yes. I said, are you getting what I'm trying to say? Yes. And you need to train your team to be able to deliver that experience. But your basic must still be great. At least greatness that you can at that level. So that it is not looking like you are trying to use gimmicks, but you are trying to communicate quality talk. Your parents know this and they are familiar with it. Now they are angry with a business class person. In those days, you do in local flight. The business class person will give them 4 rice. When they open that, you just see that what's smelling the air. And then you know the air was hesitating. Hello, how are you? Good to see you again. So that they think I take them back. They say, yeah, the last time I saw you, since I invited you, oh, fantastic. You know, can I have an extra pack, please? Go. Now, at the second level is what we call the enhanced level. In the enhanced level, you have what we call the extended curriculum, expanded curricular activities, supplementary. What did I say? Supplementary learning resources, smaller class size, not as small as the first one. Tutoring support, enrichment program, enrich and enhance communication. Finally, the standard one is descriptive as core curriculum, basic extracurricular. So, for example, some of your people might do spelling bee, right? As basic, everybody does spelling bee. But as a premium, some of you might want that competition that you do. The contest that you do. Yes. So the step up, right? Step competition. That might be for the higher level. Are you getting it? Because you know you will raise, you will condition, you will dedicate teachers to them, they will go outside the school. They are the people that will be facing the brand or representing at the face of the brand. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? They are not following anyway. Then annual school events, of course, you go to Festival Day, you do Christmas carol, everybody. But there might be Founders Day. Founders Day might be for people in enhanced level. Yes, it's all this is like a pattern. Prom can be for any other thing you do it yourself, but all this one for that premium. I'm not saying that you do what I've said. I'm sharing with you the possibilities, that's why it's called considerations and solutions. Are we together? Alright, so what's the thing you should do as we end? Realistic approach to keep enrollment, meaning that while we raise, we don't want to send away. Right? Number one is transparent communication. Everybody say transparent communication. It's better address the elephant in the room. A lot of you would rather put your head in the sand. Have a company session with the teachers. Have a company session or donut session with the parents. One on one. Tea, donut, to sit down together. How are you do that? I like to say, you don't need to worry, I'm thinking of you. You're proud of I'm just saying she said like that. But you know, just have a conversation. Because increase to parent A is not the same thing to parent B. If I have 2 children and increase by 100,000 naira, you know you're looking at the individual 1,000. To me, it's 200K. 200K extra. Oh, so you better have plans for me. My timeline of payment might not be the timeline of everybody. They say, sir, this is between us. As a school, confidentiality is key and professionalism. Obey as you go. Do you understand? That the other parent say, it makes sense. You found trust in me, I will commit to that trust. I listen to you. And then you make arrangements. And that's why you get some of these brands saying they offer financial services. Get into partnership with banks and microfinance banks. Build these guys up. Are you listening to me? There's a school I'm speaking tomorrow. I'm speaking to their fathers for Father's Day, but it's a business meeting. So we're not talking about how to change diapers. They are bringing me to enhance the parents' business so that they have the capacity to pay their kids. That's a school thinking in the right direction. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? It's not trying to say, you know, you are part of our parents, we are partnering together, blah, blah, blah. This is, the those that type is up. So, discounts, blah, blah, blah. I hope you did 3.5. I've been able to warn you. If you like, go ahead. Thank you very much.
Awesome session. I think you can do better than that. Let's give him a round of applause. Thank you so much, Mr. Richard. I can see you have a lot to give out to us, and it was really worth it. We want to take 3 questions because we have very limited time, and I want to see your hand. 1, 2, please come forward. 3, come out, please. Not more than 3. Please, questions, straight to the point, no story. Please help us. Thank you because of time. Yeah. Don't you think the categorization actually contradicts the principle of equity that we tend to actually, encourage in our society?
Okay, that's right. One after the other. So, band A, band B, band C, you are paying which band are you, sir? Band A, which band are you? Answer now. Yes. No. What's your electricity thing? Yes, band C. Are you doing equity or equity?
No, the role is school play. The role schools and education.
I know. I'm trying to answer a question. Yes, the whole transition. It's a lot of time for us to understand our role as education institution. Yes, is to create equity. Equity and equality are not the same thing.
Yeah.
However, hope you understand, is equity based on the offer of value. You can't be all to all. Absolutely. Do you understand? Any school on that time there, I promise you, you will share the place in the next 5 years. You will shut down. And I'll be using it as a study. Do you understand? So the school is able to provide value, but they also understand the level of intelligence that the people that are brought to our brand have different capacities. We always say fingers are not equal. The economy has placed necessity on your brand to consider those people and put them on a differentiation and make them understand this is what happens. You'll be shocked. The one that didn't have money, the moment you communicate it properly and you are transparent and you fix the few things I talked about, they will tell you that it's an aspiration. A lot of parents sometimes pay not because it's convenient. They pay out of aspiration. It's a market economics thing. If you leverage it, you get it. But if you want to play hope to the world, you become the parish of the world. You will suffer for it. It's already happening. Yes. Some people pay.
What I understand, I got to very well.
Yes.
In our school, we have coding, we have ICT, we have ballet, we have taekwondo, and we have all those other activities. So some parents don't do it, they say they are not interested. So of course, the fee of those sports activities is 20,000 higher. That's what I'm saying. So my own question is ballet, ballet. I have to read coach. Yes. Yes, one is ballet, that was one is band B, and one is band C. I don't want to take it out. I don't want to come slowly there. So the band A school is like 40,000 different from band B. Band B is like 50,000 naira different. The reason why band C to band C, the reason why I did that band C was because some people said that they won't pay our school, but they do not pay school fees. What can I do? This and that. And I said, no problem. So I went to the application. So, but what if I see I enjoy the same thing with band A in teaching, but if you want to train all the skills together. You know, but if I see they are not doing coding, they are not doing robotics, They are not doing swimming. You take students to data activity. They are not swimming. They are not doing taekwondo. So that's the difference. But the parents who are still are also enjoying, they see that because no one was present together. So all those things you can see. So the school is expanding more.
Okay, you have a question. One fantastic. And please understand, there's something that we should understand. Your classroom has seats, yes or no? Those seats are numbered. Those numbers are money. So you can have super saver in your class. If somebody says, I will pay you a session ahead, you can give them in that same class. If you are paying a session ahead, that means you are paying ahead, give you discount. That's a fee for what you pay advance. You understand? It makes you plan, you understand? So the creativity is in you guys, and the problem is you are stopping our way from it. And that's what you are not doing. So if the school is stopped, it becomes a good.
Thank you, Mr. Isabel. I really needed a breakdown on the concept of differentiation when it comes to school fees. We talked about differentiation in classroom that we do as educators and teachers. But I needed to understand the differentiation with school fees. Does it have to do with band A, B, thing? Yes, help a little bit. Most of us here are not getting it.
So you didn't get it. Then you didn't get it. And that's the differentiation. You want to get it, not just you, then get it. That's what we're talking about. But really, what I share with you is the breakdown of the possibilities to explore. You will sit down and take a cocktail customized for you. And for everything you choose, there must be communication that can make it compelling. If you do ballet, fancy, and your school has a bad brand identity, you are not communicating well. You won't get to know what you're talking about. This is Rotimi.
Thank you very much. Please let's put our hands together for Mr. Isaro. You can see him.